This might be my favorite track. Oh my god.
OG Dani B, the queen, the theater queen, and the emo, but the fake emo queen, because she doesn't like Gerard Way's voice.
I can hardly listen to My Chemical Romance. Like, they're just like on the edge. But I really don't like Gerard Way's voice.
What?
A joke. He's joking.
He's a hater of Gerard Way's vocals. There's video evidence of it that I'll put right here.
I'm not okay. I'm being bullied.
And we're here with Phaedra.
Well, for that opinion, you deserve to be. I'm sorry.
And we're here with Phaedra. We're here, man, for Paramore. This is why. This is their first album since, what, 17, 16?
17.
Are you a Paramore fan? Are you up in here jamming to Paramore?
Sometimes. I'm not like a deep, like, hardcore listener of Paramore.
Fall Out Boy, the true emo trinity. Fall Out Boy, Paramore, and My Chemical Romance is one of our, like, my foundations of enjoying rock music. We heard the news. We heard This Is Why. I didn't hear that French titled song.
That's a controversial one. That's a controversial one. So we'll see what you think about it. I think you'll really enjoy the sound of it if Brand New Eyes is your favorite.
My favorite album, man. The
yeah,
best.
but it's got a bit of AL in there too. Like, this is such a crowd pleaser because, like, whatever sound you prefer, there's like hints of it. It's very eclectic.
This Is Why. I mean, I think we've all heard the song This Is Why at this point.
Yeah. You watched the This Is Why reaction video. I don't think I've ever behaved that way, ever.
Even like the pictures you post on Twitter, I'm like, the tears in your eyes for Paramore, man.
Aww.
This is your life, man. Like, this is what you do.
I love this fucking band.
I listened to this song like 2 times, and that's it.
Really like that intro. I just love, like, noise experiments.
Oh, listen to this with headphones is a different experience.
That bass.
Yes.
Ooh. You're right. Listening to this with headphones is a different experience.
It's Chris, man.
Yeah.
It's there.
Oh my god.
Okay, the only time I heard this was in my car. So hearing this, like the Chris production of this, is elevating it for real.
So clean.
It's, yes.
It's so
Yeah.
well mixed.
Yes.
You can hear every instrument so well.
Yo, the mixing of this is so good. So
So
good.
good. Who is their producer?
Shout out to Carlos de la Garza. You the real one. You the MVP. You that nigga. Walk around with pride. Walk around like you the one, man. You him. You are him.
I have the hip hop brain. Mixing is so important to me. Dude, great. That
Excellent,
sounded
amazing.
better. So I liked it. When I first heard it, I was like, oh, this is good. But I didn't want to like think too heavy about it because I'm like, I know I'll listen to it as a full album. Headphones on, elevated it, man.
Yeah,
This production.
Fantastic. It's fantastic, especially as an opener as well. And the fact
Yeah.
that this was released so far in advance of the rest of the album, like this was kind of like the thesis statement, like the big, kind of a, meta explanation for like why they've been away for so long.
This is why I don't leave the house. You say the
Yeah.
coast is clear, but you won't catch me out. This guitar work, man, and that drumming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good,
amazing.
dude.
Bro, the drums.
So good.
Zach went crazy. Zach goes crazy this album. This is the opener for their sets as of recently. And this is just such a, like, I just want to praise how good of an opener.
The news, I'm hyped to hear this again. I haven't listened to it again since we reacted to it. Well, outside of editing it. I guess when you're editing, you're really listening to a song a million times. I remember how quickly these lyrics were posted to Genius. That
Yes.
surprised me.
Because they sent them out to fans. I was one of them.
For some reason, this coming right after This Is Why, it just sounds even better to me.
It's kind of like classic, like, pop punk too.
To me, this one seems like such a like direct musical reference to like say Ignorance.
This might be my favorite track. Oh my god.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
This part.
Yeah.
Très bien, très bien. I just want to tell you that it's like so this came out like the day so SZA's album came out the night after this one, and so for like a good 2 days my entire like my life was just this and Kill Bill, like switched back and forth, just the news and Kill Bill while I was like typing in like final essays and shit. Like, yeah, I like the song, but like people are being really annoying because they think it's like political, and it's like, yeah, it's alluding to things, but they're acting. I mean, they just said that the news is tiring. I didn't realize that that was a controversial statement.
If it is political, which I
like,
feel
fine.
it is, that's what punk is.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
since when
punk
is
is
punk-
political.
Since when is punk apolitical? Like my favorite agenda-less genre.
One of my friend's dads. Remember when Billy Joe Armstrong went on this whole rant of Donald Trump live and like
Yes.
through the, and it was like a whole thing. He was like, I'm not going to Green Day to hear about politics. And I looked at him like,
Name the most famous Green Day song. It baffles me how people don't think that, you know, what's going on in the world is going to influence what someone wants to write about. I don't think it's a controversial statement to say that like we humans as like animals are not meant to be keeping up with all of this more like recent social development in our species. So
oh yeah, I've had this thought for a while. I'm like, humans, we are not supposed to have this much information in our brains.
Yeah.
Or interacting with this, like, think like maybe like 100 years ago, your whole life you might only interact with, I'm talking like the average person,
like you'd have a small circle of maybe like 50 people that you see over the course of your whole goddamn lifetime.
Yeah, like if you're wealthy you might travel around, but like the average person might have like 25 people in their town,
right?
They work the farm with, and
their grocer, their milk salesman, the mail carrier.
We talk to too many people. We have so much information. We know what's going on everywhere in the world at the same time. At every second. Yeah. Every second something new, and we are expected to just ingest all of it. Damn good song. I'm feeling it, man. So all right, catchy. Running out of time. I've seen Phaedra talk about this constantly.
Because I love it. It's the new single. It's the next single, so they're doing promo for it. I think this song is fucking great, and at the listening party, this one cast a pretty strong impression. I really love this song. It's probably the most relatable thing they've ever written. For people who are like chronically just unorganized late messes, like this is our anthem.
Slay.
This is our anthem, so I'm excited to get into it.
This Breaking Bad intro sounding okay.
No, y'all ain't ready for this chorus, bro. It's so good.
This is a hip hop flow. This is like okay, R&B. Oh yes.
Bro, that slaps. Listen to these lyrics, like, this is me.
This is just the anthem for late niggas, man.
Me.
The classic sound of this.
Yes.
You know, this is the kind of song I'd expect to hear from like a J-pop artist.
That was a banger, man. Banger, man.
That was so fucking good. It's been this one, You First, and Liar that I've been listening to most. I love this song so much. It's so relatable. I think it has a lot of potential in terms of like broad appeal if it catches on and it's promoted well. It's a great song.
Wild. Looking at these play numbers, it's like, this is why it's 35 million. C'est Comme Ça has 4 million, and then running out of time is 22,000.
I mean, it just came out.
The other ones had like months to get.
Yeah. Thick Skull has 9,000. Wow.
It needs to get more. The name of the game in a lot of fandoms is to have like, you know, constant like streams going on. Yeah. It's like, and we're not really like that. So we don't really do that.
You don't be going to sleep with the album playing on mute?
No.
Man, I should do that with Breakers. Finally get them over that 1,000 listens threshold.
Late to everything. I mean, I literally pushed this back half an hour this morning.
I love when the verses are subtle and the chorus pops. That's my favorite song structure of all time.
Great
This
stuff.
next song, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this.
C'est comme
French.
ça. C'est comme ça.
French.
This is
It's how it be. It's
yeah,
how it
exactly. We have a Hebrew expression like it's a kacha vekacha.
be. So this one is a bit controversial. It's kind of like a love it or hate it one. I personally like it. And yeah.
French. 1,
French.
2, 3. This is all I heard. I heard Jenna and I cut it off.
Ooh.
This is good. This is good right away. I feel that.
Yeah.
This is relatable.
It is. I don't know why people don't like it.
These lyrics are real, man.
Yeah.
I'm
she's
obsessed
being-
with this.
Yes.
Yeah.
This bangs.
This bangs.
All hate. If you hate this song, you lame. Why does this feel breakersy? This chorus.
It does.
Doesn't this chorus feel like a breakers song, man?
It's the harmonies. Whatever
The guitar.
distortions they're using, yeah. It's kind of mixed like a breakers song too. That was
That
great.
It was really good. I don't know what the hell anyone's talking about when they're saying it's bad. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're
I think
talking
I'm-
about.
I think I like that. Well, I like the news a lot, but I don't know, this song just I think this and the news, those are my favorite ones I've heard so far. Like I wouldn't expect Paramore to make a song that sounds like that.
The anthem for those of us who like grew up without really like any order and who are just used to it, just used to dysfunction in a way.
And it's interesting using the repetitiveness of the c'est comme ça, na 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 over and over
Yeah.
again for a song about like chaos and disorder, because like the phrase is like it is what it is. Smart, I like it.
And I really like it. I think it captures a unique emotion.
Like this is very much of this genre. I like lyrics where it's just basically saying their day. You might hear a lyric and it's like, love is a drug. We're high over like, you know. But I like
Yeah.
lyrics that is just, I'm off caffeine on doctor's orders, said it's gonna help level out my hormones. Like,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
like lyrics where it's literally just stating
Theatrical.
like,
New Year's Eve and 4 degrees, we're stranded, hopeless. I just want some sleep.
The writing on this album is a lot more like anecdotal. In other Paramore albums, she's been more kind of like metaphorical.
And
here-
hyperspecificity is very
it's a trend right now for sure in songwriting, especially with like, you know,
oh yeah,
albums of,
Olivia
like,
Rodrigo.
yeah, like Boy Genius, Phoebe Bridgers, like those kind
yeah.
of, yeah, it's definitely, you can see how these artists have kind of like influenced her own writing.
But sometimes
she's
it's too
a-
pretentious, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
not- I'm
you
not a
broke
huge-
my heart in the Blockbuster driveway.
We don't care about like the slushy you got outside 7-Eleven at 2 a.m. when you realized your boyfriend was like a narcissist. Like, we don't give a shit. She references these like small little moments, but also like makes bigger statements. Not liking it is like objectively the losing position, because like I know it's stuck in your head anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well like it.
Yeah.
Hey, I
like
said it. If you don't like it, you lame, bro. That's it's law.
Yeah, it's law.
yeah. Ooh, bass clarinet.
Sounds like a movie from the 40s, a noir.
I love a good woodwind section. Oh, this is more like vibey.
She's using those R&B vocal techniques. I love subtle songs. These vocals remind me of The Weeknd.
The melody writing is a little like Michael Jackson-y.
The Weeknd just sounds like he wants to be Michael Jackson
Yeah.
so bad.
I'm used to bitches coming right when you got me touching on your body.
Yeah, flute.
That she's
Woodwinds.
using like R&B vocal She, because she used to more subtlety to her vocals. I mean, she always sang good, but before
Yeah.
it seemed like she would just like we're gonna just push it out. But like I don't know, there's more like they're not pulled back so much. It's just there feels
They're
like there's more
they're more
technique.
there's more nuance to it. I feel like she's trying
Yeah.
to evoke more,
Yeah,
layered emotions with it.
some Weekend. I mean, obviously she sings much better than the Weekend, but like
Yeah.
but like the
It's
like the technique the Weekend uses to
Yeah.
sing.
Especially
like-
more in like the delicate moments. I can see your comparison.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like she's singing in a different part of her like voice than she used to, because like in like earlier music she was a little bit more of like a like belting singing like from here versus and from here, versus now she's singing like more from here, like a like that kind of thing.
In terms of the lyrical content, is pretty interesting. I watched the Zane Lowe interview they've done, and this song is this was inspired by this observation she made about her family. It's called Big Man Little Diggity. She would kind of notice that there were a lot of like undesirable dudes latched onto her family, and that a lot of women in her family have kind of had to suffer.
I like how every song has sounded different than like the last one. But yeah, the next song, You First.
This one's
We all-
awesome. This one's awesome. I love this one. This is for the Brand New Eyes lovers, this one.
Oh my god, kind of sounds like a Miyavi song.
Why do I feel like a rap rock song is going like some like Limp Bizkit?
Oh, 80s.
Banger. Yo, this Brand New Eyes chorus for real.
Yes,
I'm
literally.
obsessed.
Oh man. That's edgy. That's the Instagram bio.
That's the kind of lyric that someone would ascribe to like Taylor Swift.
This chorus goes so hard, dude.
I think this is my new phase.
Some anime AMV music.
I love the subject matter of this one. It's literally like, yeah, I'm not a great person and neither are you, but I hope that, karma comes for you first.
Everyone is a bad guy and there's no way to know who's the worst, but karma's gonna come for all of us.
Yeah, but I just hope it's you first.
Can't shake the devil sitting on my shoulder. Who invited you?
I love the little like pre-chorus part where it's like really like I don't know, it's when it's building up. Oh
Yes.
This is why I love Brand New Eyes, because of those soaring. She was like giving her vocal to me vocally. That was her like I'm blowing the vocals out. She was kind of more subdued on this. Like there was more technique to her vocals. I think the French song and I think the News. Those are my favorite ones I've heard so far, man.
Ooh.
Weird instruments like the sounds
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, they're
album, man.
experimenting and I like it. Oh, more bass clarinet. Ooh, yes,
Yes.
guitar.
yes.
Okay, this album is their best mixed and produced album.
Okay.
This whole thing bangs. Like
Not a
Yeah.
single like skip yet.
this also sounds timeless. Like the other
Yeah.
Paramore albums, they sound like Brand New Eyes sounds like 2009. Like Riot
Yeah.
sounds like 2006. This
Yeah.
just sounds like this could have came out at any time.
One more comment about lyrics. We mentioned kind of like anecdotal style to writing. That's definitely a trend of right now. They would keep that into mind in terms of like, trying to carbon date it.
If I had no knowledge of who Paramore was and someone just played this album, said like, what year did this? I mean, it could be a remastered album from the 90s or something.
Right,
But like,
yeah,
like, you
yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
It's just you can hear how much attention they put into like making this album.
Crazy, because it's only 10 songs, so it's like, how much do you think they just agonized over
Yeah.
each tiny little detail in these 10
Right.
songs? Like these are like this is like the perfect version of these 10 songs. Like they didn't
Right.
spread themselves out too thin. I remember the first time I heard it and I was like, what the fuck, that's so short. But now that I've listened to it multiple times, like there's a lot of substance here
Yeah.
to the point where like you don't care. Okay, Liar.
Yeah, Liar.
I love this song. It's so delicate and beautiful. The first Paramore love song about Taylor. It's so nice. It's so sweet. I love it, and I cried listening to it. But let's just press play. If I cry during this, I'm sorry, guys.
This sounds like some 90s, man. This is vibes.
Okay, so like I did cry a little bit. I just really love admission that, I'm not good at accepting love for myself, so I pushed it away. I pushed you away. Not even trying to like superimpose it onto Haley and Taylor specifically, just like in general, like how it relates to the average person. And in that Zane Lowe interview, she just kind of talked about like, hey, I didn't really have like any real examples of like a good healthy relationship, and so like I didn't really accept it for me when the opportunity like presented itself. I know we kind of like, for the All We Know Is Falling reaction, we kind of like made fun of like people who make their parents divorce like their villain origin story. Like, but I mean, it can be damaging in your approach for not only to have like divorced parents, but just like with me, not only were my parents divorced, but neither of them ever entered like a functioning relationship again. Really related to her when she said I didn't have any examples of that.
All the things I did to keep you safe from me because you feel like you would hurt them. That's real, man.
I'm trying to spare you from me.
But it was a nice, like, there's variety.
It's good, man. You need it, man. You gotta encompass all moods, man.
It's good for the pacing as well, I think, to have a moment of like of stillness. So
you could tell it meant a lot to her.
Yeah, it meant a lot to me too.
Aww.
I know. What in the Midwest emo? This Midwest emo guitar pattern right here.
What a shitty person I can be. It's unexplainable.
I guess there's no like Tennessee emo, so you gotta pull from somewhere.
I would consider Tennessee part of the Midwest. They're right there.
Nah, Tennessee is the South.
Tennessee is the Mid-East of America.
Mid-East?
That's what it said.
What the fuck is the Mid-East?
Yo.
Come on, vocals.
Down. There's never just like a melody. Like there's always a little nuance going on.
Yeah. What's the word? Polysyncopated?
Polyrhythmic?
Yeah, sorry.
But I wouldn't call this polyrhythmic, no. Polyphonic. Polyphonic.
Oh, okay. That's a new word for me.
Counterpoint, basically. There's one melodic idea and then there's another melodic idea.
I'll use that so I sound smart.
Yeah.
You're gonna bust that out. You're gonna find a way. This is really polyphonic right now. Oh man. Yo, I haven't talked about the drumming. The drumming is really good on this album.
Yes.
Really good.
Zach Carey Greenville.
Nice. Really good song.
Apt commentary on like she said this quote and it's just like instantly resonated. It's like something about like being so afraid of a moment ending that you forget to experience it. Especially now with the technology we have in social media, there's like this need to kind of like this obsession with documenting everything.
Yeah.
It's like if you didn't get it on video, it didn't happen. I've completely fallen victim to this mentality. Like I get like, even if I experience something great, like I'll have this like lingering frustration that like I didn't film it, I can't re-experience it in some way.
Right.
I record because I don't have a great memory in terms of that. Like concert, like they all kind of, at a certain point it all starts to kind of bleed together and it's hard to remember like individual moments for me. So it's like I film, but it's like that double prong effect is like, is this making my memory worse? The fact that I'm
Yeah,
filming.
that's another thing of modern, like, you go back, niggas just had to see something. Like, it's like, this was good. Well, that was that. Back to the fields with us, like, But I'm not, no, not that, not those fields, not those fields, man. I'm talking about general, not those fields, man. I mean, it could be.
Depending on how nostalgic you are, how far back you want to go.
But yeah, good song, man. Crave. Black Lives Matter.
I pick 'em up and now my finger, and it looks like I'm
That bars, man.
thick skull never did. Only I know where all the bodies of thought by now. I'd find 'em just a little
Oh, I'm living for those triplets.
over my head. Come on out, I'm coming out with my hands up, your hands over my head. I pick 'em up and
I like this song a lot. This might be one of my favorites. I'm attracted to broken people. I pick them up, and now my fingers are bleeding, and it looks like it's my fault.
Yeah,
Dude.
that right. That's for the books. That one's for the books.
Only I know where all the bodies are buried. Thought by now I'd find them just a little less scary. Dude, she was in. She was going
Yeah,
in.
her pen was on fire.
She was in there, just like, yes. I really like The News, The French, You First, and Thick Skull. Those are my favorite. Dude, but dude, Thick Skull, banger, love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna exclude the first four because those are all like kind of single. I mean, The News and Sequum Song weren't like real singles, but they had like videos or they were just like released prior. And Running Out of Time is the new single. The Running Out of Time is so excluding those four, You First, Liar, and I think it's either between Crave, Thick Skull, but I'm gonna go with Thick Skull for right now. It's probably gonna change, but yeah, Liar and You First are like my favorite of like the like kind of like deeper cuts.
Is You First the 80s one?
Yeah.
So mine are Big Man Little Dignity, You First, and it's between Figure Eight and Thick Skull. Like those. Like I like the second half of the album a little bit more than the first half, but like I really like all of it.
I really appreciated this experience. So this was the first time that like, I mean, it is only 10 songs, but something about like just kind of gathering around and talking about it just really helped make it feel even more substantive.
Yeah.
Like
I feel complete. I don't feel like it's lacking at all.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like we needed more. Like, I mean, not that I wouldn't have liked more because it's Paramore. I feel like that was a good place to end it. Paramore got their first #1 with This Is Why, and like the song This Is Why.
That was their first #1?
On like the charts with a single, yes. They've had albums that's gone #1, but singles, no.
That's wild.
Yeah, right?
I always thought that Ain't It Fun like
was
a #1.
That was a top 10. That was top
Okay.
10 on Billboard, but like their first Billboard #1 was on the alternative charts was This Is Why.
Wow.
Ain't It
but
Fun
it's
kills in the produce section, bro.
It kills in the bakery section too. It kills everywhere.
It's like
It
you
kills
at
in
the
the-
store.
It's
kills
everywhere.
At Kohl's, bro.
It hits
And,
the target, bro.
Great album. Thank you. The Queen, OG, Dani B, Phaedra. We in here, man. The Paramore stand.
I know I'm still supposed to hate you. I know I'm still supposed to hate you. But tonight is tense and we miss you. Phone calls at 3 a.m.